I just want to follow up what the Secretary said. He said that the State Department does not practice double standard when it comes to Ukraine and Gaza in terms of human rights violation. I mean, I want to put aside whether it is targeting civilians, whether it's mass graves that have been discovered, whatever. I just want to ask you specifically on the statement that the Secretary made, and he said Russia is committing war crimes when it cuts off water, electricity, and fuel on a civilian population. Israel did exactly the same. How can you say that Russia is committing a war crime and the Israelis are not? What's the technical difference?
So I would say that we have engaged with the government of Israel to get more humanitarian assistance, and we have seen them take steps to allow more humanitarian assistance in. That is fundamentally the difference. And we have seen over the past few days Israel repairing water pipes to ensure that water can get in. And of course, they were letting water flow in through Rafah and through Kerem Shalom, along with food and other medicine and other humanitarian assistance. Now, that said, it has also been our assessment that that has not been sufficient and that they needed to allow more in, which is why you've seen us engage at the highest levels of the government, including President Biden himself making quite clear to Prime Minister Netanyahu that they needed to do more and that our policy would be that the policy determinations we make will depend on the decisions that Israel makes. So there is a difference in the situation in how Russia has behaved and how Israel has behaved, and we have engaged with Israel to see them allow more humanitarian assistance in. It's not something you can say about Russia, which has continued to intentionally target civilians. As the Secretary made clear, one of the big differences in this conflict is that you have in Gaza a terrorist organization that's embedding itself inside a civilian population. The Ukrainian military doesn't do that. It's not something, and so that makes the entire nature of the conflict different, but it doesn't change the standard that we expect Israel to hold itself to.
Right. But legally, that's even you cannot target civilians, even if you have a terrorist organization embedded in hospitals and schools.
Of course not. That's what I mean. That's what I mean about it doesn't change the standard that Israel should be held to. Absolutely.
Right.